I'm Louise and I'm the Big Head Bookworm. Lovely to see you. Hope you are well. This is the start of a new series. This is going to form part of my yarn chat that I do on this channel. So I do bookish stuff where I talk about all the books that I read and that I love, and then I talk about my adventures with yarn, either knitting or crochet or who knows what will come along, but mainly knitting and crochet. So I have decided that I would follow along the Woodland CAL, which is being hosted by Attic24. It is a free pattern that is available on her blog. She releases 18 colours a week on a Friday, and if you follow along, this will create a blanket. 18 stripes, colours of stripes. So this is going along on a Friday. Now I decided that I would do this in December, so I'd got all the colours and what have you. But then I was away for the beginning, so I am playing catch up a little bit, which is exciting. So the vlog that you are about to watch is from Wednesday to Friday of the first week. Today is Sunday and I hope to upload it today at some point, probably this evening. And then I will upload week 2's vlog on Friday. My idea is that I upload them on a Friday as the new colours come out. So we'll see how far I got this week. Exciting. And then so you've got about a 20-minute vlog of my week so far from Wednesday to Friday, and then I shall see you again next Friday with week 2. So I hope you enjoy it. This is the week 1 of the Woodland CAL. Bye. Hello, so here we are, 5 o'clock, Wednesday 10th of January. I have the glowing computer in front of me. No, computer. And I have looked up on Attic24's website, which is Attic24, all Attic, the number 4.typepad.com, but if you just search under Attic24, and it's the Woodland Blanket CAL, and it is the blog post that's right there, and it gives all the information about what inspired Lucy and the colours that she chooses. It's all done in Stylecraft Special DK. You can get a pack from the Wool Warehouse, but I actually had the majority of the colours anyway and have just picked up 1 or 2 others. And she's doing what's it called? I think it's a ripple that she's doing. The Woodland Ripple, and there is a tutorial there to show you exactly how to crochet the pattern. I'm going to do the yarn that's going to do a single bed size blanket, which is the size that I normally do, and I have the blankets here, so you can actually see I've got a blanket there. Beanie, yeah, can you pass me the blue blanket? It's over there. So yes, I have a there he is, he's getting it. Just the blue one, thank you, sweetie. So that is her coast blanket, and that is the size of it. So the starting chain, let's have a look. So it is that big. And that was the coast blanket. And when you wash it, it really becomes lovely and soft, and we have it in here. So, yum-de-dum-de-yum-de-yum-de-dum-be. Let's have a look. So it came out Friday the 5th of January, part 1 came out. So that was last Friday. So I am 5 days behind. And this gives me strong. Sorry about that. I got a call from the husband on the way home. So it gives me part 1, just making a note in my book, are stripes 1 to 18. Working attention sample, choosing the right hook size. So I am going to make a note of the colours and then go and get my wool and do a tension sample. So I shall show you all of that. So be right back. I'm going to make a note of all in my notebook. I'm going to make a note of all the colours. So here we are. I've come upstairs to grab my wools, and here we are. So this is my lovely basket that I am keeping them all in, and it just about fits perfectly my 15 balls of wool. Now I have, that's quite, actually it doesn't look much, but those two actually, that's almost a full ball of silver, and this grey, I have actually got another ball of it somewhere down there, I think. So but I'm going to use that up first. But there we are. So those are the Woodland CAL colours, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and cut a little bit, just a little length off each, and stick them into my book so that I know which colour is which, so I don't get confused. The vast majority I won't get confused with. So for example, that's tomato, that's copper, that's spice. Those I'm not going to confuse. It's the greens. So these greens, cypress, meadow, I think I'll always be able to pick out lime, but the others I might actually get confused. So I'm going to cut those out and put them in my book, so I've always got them there as a reference. And then I've got my hook, which is I'm going to start with a 4mm. I'm not a particularly tight or loose crocheter. I rarely have to worry about gauge. I can normally, I'm pretty much standard with my gauge, so I'm pretty confident I should be fine with a 4, looking at my previous blankets. But I will do the test because it'll allow me to practice the new ripple. So I shall go and do that. So isn't this exciting? So here we are, Wednesday evening. It's all go. Good morning. Here we are. This is my update. This is Thursday morning. I'm going to get ready in a few minutes. I'm kind of half ready. It's a gloomy, gloomy day, so I've got the light on. But I finished my tension sample last night. There it is. A bit wonky. I shall put you down and show you, and you can have a look at it, and then I shall measure it, because it should be, I can't remember how much it said it should be. I shall have to look it up, and then we can measure and discover together. So here we go. It says it should be approximately 17 centimetres. Measuring things one-handed. Is this a good idea? Probably not. Dum 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 dum. Let's have a look. 15 and a half. Actually, when I do it properly, it's 16. Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, that's fine. 16 centimetres. And this is the pattern. God, the colours are not coming out very well. That's slightly better. Maybe it's because it's against that. Is that better? No. Anyway, there we are. That's my sample. And I did enjoy the pattern. It took me a while to get into it's counting the spaces. So this is a free pattern on the blog, Woodland Ripple, and it's counting the spaces. But once I got into the pattern, that last one took me no time at all. First one I had to rip back about 3 times, but with crochet, I mean, it's not an issue, is it? You just pull back and start again. So this first one took me a bit. This one was quicker, and then this one I barely thought about. It just went. So my starting chain, if I open up my notebook, so there we are. I did my colours yesterday: silver grey, storm blue, duck egg, Lincoln, pistachio, etc. So I have my list here. I've seen lots of other people, sorry I just banged you there, I've seen lots of other people doing much fancier things than this, but it will be useful, that's all that matters. And so this is my first 18 colours, and you do 2 colours per row. So you do 2 rows per colour, sorry. So that is 2 rows. And we start with Cypress, which is my starting chain, 239 long. And I start with Cypress, and then I do Meadow, and then I do Mustard. So it will start like that, but I'll have my starting chain on a different colour. And there we go. I shall mark that down as a test. And at some point today, I shall start my rows. Woohoo! Apologies for the light. So it is 12:30 on Thursday. I'm sat here. I have got my basket of wool down there. I have got a big cup of coffee here, which I don't normally drink coffee in the middle of the day, but jet lag is winning right at the moment. I think it's very much kind of jet lag 1, me 0. Maybe it's kind of 2-1 today. So yes, I have done really well up to now and getting lots done since coming home. But I'm definitely having a dip at the moment. So yeah. So I thought I would have a coffee and I would start my my blanket and see if I can do a row or 2. And I'll let you know. And I've got a YouTube on here. I shall watch somebody talk about knitting and crochet along to them. Bye. So here we are. It's Friday. Last time you saw me, it was Thursday, and I was sat here, and now it's Friday, and I was sat here. I managed to. Oh, I know what I did. I'm trying to work out why I didn't do as much as I thought I did yesterday when I did have some time. I did my foundation chain, and then I did my first lot of DCs and then double crochets, and then I did my first ripple. And it's only when you do the ripple that you find out how good you've been with your counting. And I couldn't work it out because I was short. I was short by quite a few. So I was like, I'm in an R-ring. And if you're short by 1 or you're over by 2 or something like that, then it's not too much of a problem. But it seemed much bigger than that. So I counted back, and I'd done 229 as my starting chain, not 239. Well, there's not a lot I could do about that. So ripped back. And so by the time I went and got Benedict and carried on with the day, I'd pretty much just done the starting chain and one. I don't even know if I completed a row. And then I managed to do a little bit last night, and I'm sat here now, and it's Friday afternoon, and I'm on my second colour, nearly about to start my third. So it's not really looking like a blanket at the moment. It's not really looking like anything. It's just a thin wavy line. It's starting to uncurl a bit. I hate when you do the foundation chain and it just curls up and you go, oh, I don't know what it looks like. So it is just 3 little colours at the moment, and it doesn't look like a blanket, and it doesn't look like it's ever going to become a blanket at the moment. I'm at that stage. So I shall continue doing this today. I've had to go and get Benedict from school because his asthma's bad. And I think that's because we were away on holiday where it was lovely and dry, and he didn't cough or have any issue whatsoever when we were away. And he's come back, and he's come into the damp air, and it's got all the, the trees and everything, which is what he's allergic to. And it set his asthma off, which is a shame. So he's upstairs. So we're going to be managing that this weekend to make sure that he's well enough to go back on Monday, and he will be. It's just one of those things you have to manage. But but it does mean that I get to sit here for the next couple of hours and do this. So I shall show you an update of my fin thing. And here is my companion while I've got my yogurt there. Let me just move that. So yes, I'm watching a film show, and I have a friend who likes to help me with my crochet, don't you? Yes, little Indy. Oh no, what have you done? Oh, what's he done? He's changing things. Grrr.
At first I chalked this up to the harshness of the subject matter, but I eventually realised I was bothered by it.
So here we are, later in the day. What time is it? It's just coming up to 5 o'clock. And I'm looking horribly tired because jet lag it's winning. It's winning today. I had a message from the husband going, oh, and it's like, yeah. Today is not the day for jet lag. However, I am on row 4, well, colour 4 of 18. So that's row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm currently on my 8th row, and I can't remember the colour that we start with, but then we go on to cypress, and then meadow, and then mustard, and we're just going into tomato. And actually that is a really good example of the colours, because it's not easy to get them to show, and this is totally artificial light because by 5 o'clock here it is completely dark. So here we are. So it is Friday evening. I'm about halfway, or just over halfway, with my fourth colour, well, fourth proper colour, because that's the foundation row and a row of DCs, and then you go into that. So that's what it looks like from the front. That's the pattern from the front in its ripple, and that's the pattern from the back. And actually I like the back. There is a kind of a step that you get, which I don't know if you can see. You get, from both sides you get a step, but I actually like the step on the back. So it does mean that the blanket either way will look gorgeous, because sometimes it is a definite, oops, sorry, I'm just moving it. There is a definite front and back, but in this way I think I really like the back as well. So that's good. So it's looking good so far. So there we go. I'm on this colour. The colours were released today on the blog for the second week. So I am behind, but I have only been doing it kind of 3 days. So yeah, and that's probably all I'm going to do for this vlog. It's unlikely I'm going to be able to vlog at all this weekend, because I'm out tomorrow, and then I'm out for the majority of Sunday as well. Maybe I shall take you a little bit on Sunday, but I doubt it. Probably that will go into the next week's. So I'm going to do this as my wrap up for week 1, even though it's only been about 3 days, because I can see that I'm not going to get an awful lot more time to do it, and I'd quite like to put this video up, if that's okay. And I'm sure it will be. So there we go. This is the start. This is my start of Attic24's Woodland CAL, or Crochet-ALong. It's available on her blog, attic24.typepad.com, and it's a free pattern. The yarns that I'm using are Stylecraft Special DK. I am using hook size 4, and this is one of those old-fashioned metal hooks that I've had since year dot. Ain't nothing fancy about that. I've seen all the ergonomic ones and the fancy ones and the ones with that kind of stuff, but more often than not I reach for a metal hook. I know where I am with it. And yes, I have started my blanket. I have got my tension correct. I have did my foundation row, got the right number of stitches eventually, and have started with the pattern. I am now not having to think about the pattern. It's become completely intuitive. I'm checking for those people that are interested and that are following along with the CAL. In the pattern sequence, it is from the top to the top is counted as 1 repeat. You have 14 repeats in the single bed size, which is what I'm doing. So you have it's a 17 stitch repeat, and there are 14 of them, as I say. you do 3 close trebles, 5 space trebles, 3 close trebles, and that's what gives you the mountain, the valley and the mountain. I'm finding I'm actually counting to the 6 close trebles like that, and then I am doing the middle check, which is where I check that my pattern is always straight, because there is a line of trebles that you can count down that, and I am finding I'm doing that. As I get to that middle treble, I am making sure I'm in line, and it's happening. You can tell I'm tired. It's happening naturally. It's happening naturally now, so that tells me that I've already got the pattern sussed. So, and then I just smooch on over and carry on. So I'm finding it very pleasurable. It is now kind of easily TV crochet or what have you. At the moment, it is still portable because I could put that in a bag, scrunch it up, put it in a bag. Except I've got these enormous balls of wool. But I don't think I will be able to take it out. I don't know. At the moment it is. At the moment it's portable because it could probably only take 2 colours out. So maybe I will take some with me where I'm going at the weekend. So with that, my loves, I shall say goodbye and thank you very much for coming along with me on my first week, which has only been about 3 days long, but 3-4 days. But we will continue this. I shall pick up filming in a day or so, and then I shall release this as and when. Probably next Friday. Let's try and do it. That I release it on... Oh, actually, that could be tricky. I might be able to. We'll see. We'll see. All right then. Hope you're having a good week, and I hope you're enjoying the crochet. If you are joining me on this CAL, if you're not joining me, then I hope you're enjoying whatever it is that you're doing. All right. Bye.